This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
And it is Take Your Baby to Lunch Day. Take Your Baby to Lunch Day. Is this like a fictitious day? What do you like? Have you taken Sia and Bodhi to lunch, or Bodhi?
Just us? No.
Yeah. Do you have to take one at a time to lunch if you really want a good catch up? Or?
I don't think I would ever attempt this even. It just feels like a losing battle.
You can't just sit across from Sia or Bodhi and just sort of like catch up and talk about life?
I don't think so. And I don't even know what that would entail. Like, I can't even imagine if I was to take Sia to lunch because she's a little bit older, what would that even look like? Sia, this is so fun. A mother and daughter lunch. I know, right? I think I'm going to have the eggs Benny. What do you want for lunch, Sia? Huevos rancheros. Really? Okay, let's do it. Sia, do you want dessert? Are you sure? Okay, so how do you want to handle the bill? Do we go Dutch? What do you think?
Mama.
I'm paying. Oh, okay. You get the next one then. Yeah. Okay. I'm bringing your brother next time. Okay. Yeah. Now I can see it. Now I can see why I've never done it before.
You guys heard Soto Soto, weren't you?
It's so fancy.
Very fancy. Sia was so well behaved.
And she can pronounce huevos rancheros like it's nobody's business.
Also, Bodhi's texting it on the text line. He's just learning of your lunch with Sia. He is not pleased.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Okay, have you been in this situation before? Because this is what I'm living right now. I'm invited to a kids' party that's coming up beginning of June, and the invite says, in lieu of gifts, please make a donation to said charity, which I did. The only reason I'm nervous is because I've done this before, and I'll say who it was. It's Pooja's kids' party.
Yeah.
And same thing. She said, in lieu of a gift for Sia and Bodhi, please make a donation to, and it was the Modern Miracle Foundation. So I did that. Great. Felt good about it. Showed up at got a tax receipt. Awesome. showed up at the venue, and there was a huge table full of gifts. And I'm like looking at the names. I'm like, I know these people. So I go over to the table. I'm like, oh, you didn't make a donation? You brought a gift. They're like, oh no, I made a donation. I'm like, you made a donation and you brought a gift?
It said not to bring gifts.
I know. So then I'm like, now I'm the jerk who just made a donation, but I'm taking her instructions. Like, is this one of those unwritten rules? Like when you get an invite that says, in lieu of a gift, make a donation to charity, are you supposed to ignore that?
No, I think that some people just feel like they want to bring a gift. Maybe they are really close. You're not that close with Pooja. So maybe like...
What? How dare?
So maybe they're more like family members or really close friends, and they're like, and they wanted to get that gift for them.
Or they already had bought something.
Maybe, yeah. But I think you didn't do anything wrong. You followed the instructions exactly as you were supposed to.
Yeah, but is that the equivalent of like doing the bare minimum? Like, oh, you need like 30 hours of community service.
No,
so I'm going to do 30.
I know, but then, so are people asking for in lieu of and then expecting the donation plus the gift?
I've never hosted a party like this, so I don't know. Like, what's the etiquette? Like,
Here's a hack for you.
Okay, go ahead.
What you do is you bring a card. You don't use it unless people brought gifts. And then what you do when no one's looking, you take that person's card off of the gift and put your card that says, hope you enjoy the gift.
No,
so you're stealing.
No.
You steal the gift.
No, that's not.
That is
totally works.
Greasy move.
No. So this is less greasy, and you're actually still following the rules.
Okay.
You've already written the check, right? But had
Yeah.
you not written the check, you could still write up like, a card and say like, I've donated, whatever, blah, 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 and then wrap it in a gift. And bring the gift so everyone thinks you brought a gift.
I've donated.
And then inside it says you've donated.
Okay, that's not bad. You're doubling down because I basically, so you know when you fill out the donation site, when you fill out the donation site,
Yeah.
it's like, do you want this gift to remain anonymous or do you want like your name to show up? I'm like, oh yeah, I want first and last name.
You're like,
I'm
G
like caps
dot
lock.
U
Yeah.
dot R. You're
Gurdeep
making it as big.
Alawalia. Yes, the guy from the radio show. This
Yes.
is me. I
Yes.
donated.
Yes, that's what you should do.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
from 98.1 CHFI.
So you probably heard of the 5 love languages: words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, physical touch. And the idea behind the love languages is that once you know what your love language is, when you find a partner that has a love language that is compatible, or even if it's not, you understand them better. And now, have you ever thought about what their stress language may be?
Okay, this I haven't heard of. What's the stress
Okay,
language?
so this is all about obviously understanding your stress language so that if you're ever in an argument, you know how to approach it, you know how to understand people better. So here are the 5.
Uh-oh.
The imploder,
Okay.
the exploder,
Okay, self-explanatory.
the fixer, the number,
The number?
when you're numb,
Oh.
the number, and the denier. Of those 5, I'll just give you a brief explanation here. The imploder is someone who goes in sort of that freeze response.
Okay.
You know, they go within, they feel hopeless, helpless, a bit paralyzed with the stressful situation. The exploder is the opposite. You know, they're the ones who are going to like storm out of the room, have a fight or flight sort of reaction.
Okay.
The fixer, they tend to tend and befriend. So really trying to come up with a solution and
Okay.
maybe appease people. The people pleasing part
Sure.
is a big part of that. The number, someone who just goes numb.
Okay.
That pretends like it's not happening and maybe turns to drugs, alcohol,
Oh,
overworking.
to like literally numb yourself.
Yeah,
Okay, I
just
get it.
escapism.
Sure.
And the denier is someone who basically can be very optimistic and just avoiding reality altogether and be like, it's fine. And just
Well, I love this list. With love languages, I think I'm in many categories. And I think with this too, like, yeah, I tend to internalize first and try and like process the problem. So I guess that would be imploding. I try not to explode much, though I have done it in the past. I will usually take it internal, then try and fix it. So I'm part of the fixer. I've also in my youth been the number. Gone that way too, and I've also been the denier. So, like, I just think we're all it's like phases.
when I think of myself, I just see the fixer. Like, I feel like I'm somebody who I do the people pleasing. You know, I'm just trying to fix it and make it better.
You think that? I decided to do some journalistic digging, and I went to the source. Your husband. Yeah, we're going all Montel Williams on
No.
you. Paul, come on out. What type of stress language is Pooja?
Pooja is definitely not the denier. Every possible negative outcome will go through her mind before she allows herself to even consider the possibility of a positive one. The number, drugs, alcohol, online gaming, no, that's really more my thing. The imploder, maybe sometimes, but only after she has gone through the process of being the exploder, never directly to the imploder. No, Pooj is the fixer. At the end of the day, all she wants is to make everybody happy. And if occasionally she oversteps, so be it. It's for the right reasons.
Good answer.
I wasn't sure where he was going until he added in that last time. I was like, he's in the doghouse
Yeah.
and he's fixed it.
Thank you.
The Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
Today is Honesty Day. So it just felt right. Let's play Two Truths and a Lie. Pooja is normally so good at this. Last time we played, I finally stumped her, and I was looking forward to doing so again. Pooja is not well today, so Steph, you are taking the place. We're going to do Two Truths and a Lie. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go.
In case you don't know how the game works, 3 statements, 2 are true, 1's a lie. Steph has got to pick out the lie. I once had to dance the bachata as part of a Welcome Week performance at McMaster University. I hosted my high school talent show and also performed a song by Oasis on my guitar in said talent show. Mm-hmm. I had a small acting role in the Kiefer Sutherland drama Designated Survivor, in which I played a TV reporter.
I know you went to McMaster. That could be a lie, though, that you danced.
You know how much I love dance.
I know that you've played roles and you're always a TV reporter. I just don't know if
I've been typecast.
I just don't know if the Kiefer Sutherland part is true. I don't think you play the guitar. I don't think you play the guitar. Yeah, you do play the piano. I think 2 is a lie. I think you don't play the guitar and you did not play an Oasis song.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Oh! I did host my high school talent show and perform Talk Tonight by Oasis on my guitar. I also did have to dance the bachata as part of
I figured that one was probably right.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
But it was the Kiefer Sutherland movie.
I
that you
do
were not
act in shows, but I was not in the Kiefer Sutherland show. There you go.
That was my other one.
I'm on a roll.
Oh, man.
All right, Steph.
Okay, here we go. I named my son after a character from a video game. I used to go hunting with my dad.
Okay.
And I am a lady, and I can use that on my legal documents.
What? Okay. Hold on. I know you named your son Ezio after a character in a video game because that's come up here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one is true.
Yes.
The second one is you used to go hunting with your dad. And the third one is you are a lady and you can use it. So like lady Steph Canonico.
That's right.
I can see you hunting with your dad. I'm going to say you're not a lady.
What?
No! Get out of here.
I never went hunting with my dad. I wish I did, because now he's gone. But I am a lady. So my friend bought me...
That's debatable.
No, I am. No, and I can put on my documents.
How? What's
my
the story?
friend bought me a plot. So you can buy these little square foot plots from Scotland at a castle.
That's all it takes?
That's it. And it was like $40, and she bought me this piece of land in Scotland, and I am officially a lady, and I can use it on like all my legal documentation.
So
if
does
I
your
want it.
passport say lady
No, I never
producer
changed.
Steph?
No, I didn't.
Wait a minute. So if I buy a plot of land, I can be a dude, or what's
It's
the male
a
equivalent? A lord.
You're a lord. And that's how you shall refer to me from now on.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
I'm talking to all of you people who hung on to the BlackBerry until the bitter end. You know who you are, that tactile keyboard that you raved about.
Some people like the tactile keyboard.
It's true. I will tell you right now that I am not somebody who loves technology, so I get it.
No.
Yeah, I know. I know. Big surprise. I totally understand, like not wanting to have the big, shiny, new technological thing.
Wow. Yeah. Even the way you said that, I could tell you don't love technology. Yeah, I'm with you. There's some things that just listen. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Some things work. This past weekend, and I've still got the sore knee, so bending down right now is still a little bit tougher than it used to be. So I've adopted the shoehorn, and I've always used the shoehorn, but I recently...
You've adopted the shoehorn?
Well, I've always used the shoehorn, but I... what a weird way to say it, admittedly.
Maybe don't bring that up on a date.
So there's a shoehorn that's like super long. It's probably, I don't know, what is this, like 2 feet. And you don't even have to bend down. You just sort of like dig it into the back of your shoe while you're standing up. It's great because I don't have to bend down at all. Game changer. So I use the shoehorn all the time. My nephews saw me using it this week and they're like, Chachu. That's what they call me. They're like, Chachu, what's that? I'm like, oh, it's a shoe. And before I could even explain it,
They were just laughing.
They were like, okay, boomer. And I'm like, I'm a millennial actually. And they were just having a good time.
And you're like, actually, this is the updated version. The original one was much smaller. So, like, I am using technology.
And also, I adopted it.
It was a losing battle, but I stand by my 2-foot shoehorn.
You know what this sounds like? Your shoehorn is the equivalent of me hanging on to my Hotmail. I am not letting go of that email address. I don't care that there's Gmails and there's other things.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Like, no one can explain to me why is Gmail better than Hotmail? They're both functioning like email servers.
Thank you.
No one has ever given me a good explanation.
Other than when I give people my email address, they give me the look. They're like, wow, you're old.
It tells people you're of a certain vintage.
Yes.
If you've got the Hotmail. Steph, any outdated technology you use?
I will always use a handheld can opener, and not the one that opens around the can that makes it come off like all perfect and it doesn't like have the jaggedy edges. That one that you actually stick in the lid.
No.
And go all the way. Yes, it's the only one that ever works properly.
Steph just cuts a diagonal line right across the can.
And then I rip it over.
Yeah.
So like the metal ones where you're like
Yes.
actually like turning it?
Yes.
The
The only ones that ever work properly that go all the way around. I've had the electric ones. They always do it wrong.
It's really old school. Like Ned Flanders sold the left-handed one at his Leftorium. Like you're talking the manual
Yes.
old school can opener.
Yep.
That is old school.
Yeah.
I love it.
thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.